Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. It is, of course, once again time for a shop tour, and it is cold in Topeka. It's gonna be like 12 below tonight, but next Monday, 60s. I'm hoping this is the end of it because I'm done with it. I mean, I'm done with it. Here we are, February 20th. So in 2 weeks, we'll be in Atlanta, and hopefully when March comes, the snow is gone and the cold goes away and we'll be looking good. So, but for now we're getting really close. So 2 weeks till Atlanta, and Steve Sargis entered the other day. So we've got, I think there's like 13 H cars entered, and you've got your podium from H production from the runoffs. You've got your entire podium from F production from the runoffs, and actually first and third in E production from the runoffs. It's going to be a big week, really big race weekend. So make sure you stay tuned for that. You can always catch that, like I said last week, scca.com/live, and they have great coverage for the Super Tours. So check it out. 2 weeks. Now, we're not going to have a shop tour next week, but we will have one. By the time you guys see the shop tour in 2 weeks, I will already be in Atlanta. So we're going to do it a little bit early, and then you guys can check it out. And I hope to see a ton of you down in Atlanta. Looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. Time to go racing. My favorite time of year. So, shop tour time. I just finished Hugh McAfee's STL 2-liter engine. It is over in the crate that you'll see. So next up is going to be differentials. Odds are I'll have them done by the time you guys roll around in 2 weeks. So just envision me working on differentials here, but we're looking really good there. Did get all the bits and pieces in for the little VVT cylinder head, so getting ready to finalize all my specs on this and get this going, but we're looking good on this. Waiting on a crankshaft still. That's the one that had the bad bearing that got smoked, so kind of working our way through that. But I do have Jerry's car up on the lift. Why is it on the lift? Because basically the last thing to be done before we get on the dyno is corner weight and alignment check. So the new engine's in, running, everything is perfect, awesome, couldn't be happier at this point. Obviously we still need to break it in and get it on the dyno. But I'm just getting ready, now that I finished that engine, to get the scales underneath here, get some driver weight in the seat, and see what our alignment's looking like. I'm really excited about how this car's going to run this year with the new engine and the fresh transmission and all the, man, the wiring. I've done so much to this car over the last few months, it's just kind of crazy. But we're coming right to the end here. So next week it's going to get warm for us, and so actually have a few cars we're going to be dynoing next week that you guys won't get to see. But Tyler Ladd and his dad are coming with the Z3 to dyno because we need to put the new restrictor plate on. Going to get Jerry's car on the dyno as well, and Cliff Ira's supposed to be coming as well. All of this stuff, of course, before Atlanta. Jerry's car's not going to Atlanta, but while the weather's warm, I'm probably just going to whack it out because you never know what the weather's going to do around here. So here's the crate with the Hugh McAfee's engine in it. Getting ready to go to Flat Out Motorsports. They are in Massachusetts. So for those of you that didn't know, I ship engines all over the country. So you ship me your engine, I do my thing, and I ship it back to you. We go from there. And I did get something in the shop, and I'm just going to show you guys this because it's here. It's not something I normally do, but I had a guy call me about his exhaust system on his KTM here. So not something I really talk about all that often, but he had bought this titanium exhaust system, which of course is super light, kind of a cool piece. So this is a complete titanium exhaust, and he couldn't find anybody to get this thing fit up underneath here and re-weld it. So something that I actually have the ability to do is to weld titanium as well. So I had cut this center piece, actually ended up flipping it around, but ended up re-welding all of this here and here and getting this actually to fit into the bike pretty good. Normally I don't take on kind of weird little projects like this, but it's winter time. I was kind of looking for something a little off the chute to do. So got that all done. Because it's so cold, he's going to come pick it up next week when it warms up. But we've got plenty of room in the shop right now. So looking good. In the meantime, we got another batch of tires in. I know you guys saw the big batch down there. These are Ken's. So Ken, your tires are here. I just need to get these mounted up. So another reason we need some warmer weather is to load these trailers in a couple weeks. I'm hoping it's not too cold. Anyway, got Ken's tires here. Actually works out really well because I moved Jerry's car over there and I just dumped these right here so I can get after mounting and balancing and cleaning Ken's tires because my tire machine sits right here, which is perfect. So yeah, so Ken's car is still sitting here looking good. Charles Mathis came and picked up his white car and I think was slightly stunned at how well it ran. I know he likes to comment on these videos, but should be a different animal. Now they've got the race this weekend at Eagles Canyon. So I'm looking forward to hearing from him and also from Steven Simons how he likes his new shocks, but also from Charles Mathis about how the car ran, how it went, everything should be good. But I think he was very happy about that. So my pile of tires over here is a little bit smaller now because these are all of Tyler Ladd's tires, because over the weekend I actually got after it. So Mazda 2 update. Got all the tires from the runoffs dismounted. So I like to kind of do guys a solid, and I posted these for sale. So I just sell them for 50 bucks a piece. These had two sessions on them. You can see this one still got the center line on it. But I'm going to take these to Atlanta because I've got a guy that bought them. So I like to kind of share the love a little bit. But you can see that the Mazda 2 is on the ground. I got all the body dust off of her. She's shined up, looking really, really good. All I have left to do now is to get on the scales myself, but I won't do that till this weekend because I don't work on my car during the week. I do my 15 minutes a day, of course, every morning. But if I'm going to do more than 15 minutes a day, I do that on the weekends. Now, we were talking about where am I going to mount these canister reservoirs. So I got two shout outs this week. Eric Yeagle and his wife Sydney were here with their little girl for shop night last week, and Joe Smith as well. And we were kind of checking out the Mazda 2 and we were discussing where I was going to mount these canisters. And I honestly can't remember if it was Eric or Joe. I think it might have been a combination, but we were kind of thinking about what we could do. As it turns out, these valve covers on Mazda 2s have these little tabs on them. I've actually got, we'll talk about this engine over here. So here's the other valve cover for the second engine. There's these tabs right here that are really stout tabs. And so what I did is I made a slick little mount, I think, with these standoffs, aluminum standoffs up to this plate. And once again, more of these Joe's Racing Products canister mounts. So now I can very easily not only adjust the shocks right here, but I can pull the pin just like so. Out she comes, and the canister will come right out of there. You can check your nitrogen in the back. So I'm actually pretty happy about this. Initially I was like, boy, that seems like it's really high, but the hood actually clears these by like an inch. So I've got lots of room. They're stout, they're solid, they're rubber mounted here, so I'm not worried about vibration. We always mount canisters under the hood, so I'm not really super worried about heat, but I've got the lines all secured and looking good. I think this is going to be fine. Pretty sure. I'm about 99% sure this is going to work out just fine. We're going to find out in a couple weeks, but we're looking really good here. So I'm just going to put the hood on. We'll get this aligned this weekend. We're going to be looking really good because next weekend, the weekend after this one, hopefully the weather stays decent enough. I have to get the RV and the race trailer out because right now it is bad news outside. But in the meantime, I've got the second engine up on the engine stand here. So this is the engine that came in the car. So it's an engine that I had built for Mark Brackey back in like 2020. So he had a couple seasons on it, and then I ran it 2 years ago for one race weekend and basically all last season. So the motor was basically burning. I was burning about a quart of oil a day in this engine last season. So I'm going to take it apart completely and see what we can do for upgrades and do a full inspection. And we'll see. I don't know if this engine's going to end up being this year's runoffs engine. This engine obviously only has the runoffs on it at this point and is looking really good. I guess we'll kind of see how it progresses through the season. But I thought I'd start chipping away on this second engine. So there's always things to be done, guys, on your race car, whether it's something big like this, a second engine, or just thinking outside the box, thinking about how I can improve my car. So always thinking about that. And behind John here, this is, you know, my last thing on my list is a rear view mirror for the golf cart. So when the golf cart comes in to get the trailer loaded, I'm going to get my rear view mirror installed. It's so much easier than having to turn around all the time. So little things, never ends. So like I said, we're not going to have a shop tour next week. But we will have one in 2 weeks, and at that point we'll be at the racetrack anyway. But I'm sure there will be a whole new slew of things going on in here to show you guys. So appreciate you watching as always. I always appreciate your guys' comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps us be able to continue to do these videos. It's very much appreciated, but I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you're warm wherever you're at, or you're going to be warm next week, hopefully. And have a great rest of your week. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.